Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 2 in the series between Fly and Life. Fly spawned as the purple orc on the bottom left hand side of the map here. Gonna go ahead and speed things up to 8 times speed. Meanwhile, Life has spawned as the blue night elf over here on the top right. Most likely it will be a demon hunter versus a blade master matchup once again, and we'll see if the choice of actions that the blade master had in the early portion of the game to go after and hunt down a couple of easy units will be a repeat, or if that was just a one-time thing. We didn't see that many Druids of the Talon. Life unable to reach critical mass on those Druids of the Talon as his army was slowly torn apart. Demon Hunter does sit at level 1. He does get choked up on a frog here, as we now see the Forest Troll Berserker taking a bit of damage. We saw Evasion has been teched first. It does give him a little bit more of an advantage early on here, as the Forest Troll Berserker will fall, picking up a Mantle of Intelligence, and I believe there was a Tome of Intelligence as well. Blade Master makes its rounds, spots across over here that, well, the Forest Troll Berserkers are not where they're supposed to be, knowing that the Blade Master was a little bit late as the Demon Hunter was able to get away. Now, Blade Master does have all of his items as he's wind walking around, as we now see the Sasquatch, well, a little bit of damage being absorbed right there, as well as the Blade Master now tries to go after this Forest Troll Berserker. Wisp is here, and does the Wisp actually spot all of this? That is the big question. Blade Master now sitting at level 1 does get the wind walk in time, as the Demon Hunter has +6 intelligence, and those may be given to the Keeper of the Grove later on. Demon Hunter with plenty of mana for mana burn right now. Meanwhile, Blade Master still wandering around, figuring out where to go. As some easy damage. Forest Troll Trapper does get an ensnare off onto that Wisp, and the Blade Master did not spot it. I believe that the Wisp could have been taken out right there, as we now see the Demon Hunter picking up, well, Staff of Teleportation after selling both of those Mantles of Intelligence. Blade Master in the top corner here. Is it going to be able to try and, yes, aggro all of those creeps going after the Renegade Wizard? You can see that the Grunt is purposely just trying to peel away those units, and very nice play so far by Fly to finish this off. He's going to be able to pick up that Devotion Aura, also grab a Forest Troll Berserker, and now escape without really losing all that much. Meanwhile, back down across over here, a low hit point Grunt, or medium hit point Grunt, it was able to dive on in there and get in a little bit of damage as well. All right, Demon Hunter does get the final blow off there. Blade Master does not break Windwalk, as we're now looking at all of these units now just doing a bit of retreating. All right, Demon Hunter still sitting at level 2. It looks as though he is going to try and get to tier 2 very quickly, get those Druids of the Talon, as the Demon Hunter wants to get a little bit more experience. This is where the Orc generally gets a little bit more momentum going. Now that he is at tier 2, he's going to be able to get the Bestiary and the Spirit Lodge up, and also get that Tauren Chieftain for that Endurance Aura. The Tauren Chieftain also adds in that Shockwave ability, which is incredibly important, as the Blade Master, the Demon Hunter gets to level 3 and still has a Wand of Illusion. We are looking at no additional heroes so far, as we are teching straight to Tree of Eternity and getting that Ancient of Wind. Wait, no, Beastmaster was going to be the second hero, perhaps hoping for additional damage off of those summons, as opposed to the Keeper of the Grove and that Thorn's Aura. Yeah, that Thorn's Aura and those Entangles early on did have a big impact, but later on you can see that the Quill Beast and that Quill Beast damage, an additional unit out on the field, could have a much better effect, as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest and the Forest Trolls are going to get cleared up. Blade Master sitting at level 2. Kobold Taskmaster, a 5/3/3 creep camp, will get cleared out. The Blade Master will get to level 3 unless the, well, nope, the Tauren Chieftain did not come over in time to try and steal a bit of that experience, as we see a Belt of Giant Strength now given to that Tauren Chieftain, who now sits at 875 hit points, even at level 1. All right, some work will need to be done. Quill Beast is right here. Is it going to try and get that Quill Beast experience? I do not believe so. Blade Master could have gone for it. There is the unsummon right there. As you see, the Ancient of War is lying in wait. Ancient of War sitting on 700 gold. the Druids of the Talon need to be trained up and in a hurry, as the units are now looking to get backed off. All right, Beastmaster. All right, Archer is going to be a Staff of Preservation. Beautifully done. Blademaster now looking to head all the way back there. That Blademaster is currently revealed. Ancient of War is taking a lot of damage and does not want to right now. All right, Blademaster still wandering around right here. It looks as though that Dust of Appearance will be coming to an end. Ancient of War, however, taking far too much damage and using that similar time, the Tauren Chieftain able to get to level 2, get Shockwave, and now heal back up the remainder of that army. Demon Hunter heading back over to the Goblin Merchant Shop on the other side instead, trying to better use that time. Ancient of War will get taken down. And, well, there goes the spotting party of the Blade Master and Tauren Chieftain, no longer knowing exactly where they are, as the Demon Hunter correctly guesses that his opponent is nearby and does not want to get creepjacked. A little bit of a spider sense, that's all it takes sometimes, knowing that, hey, you know what, the units are not inside my base, so they're probably moving down as opposed to back home or back into the top left corner of the map, meaning that I am going to get creepjacked if I stay right here. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 2, Blademaster sitting at level 3, Watcher Ward quickly getting taken out, as we see the Demon Hunter and the Beastmaster looking for another move. Druids of the Talon are going to get trained up. Mastery training is being added in right here. But all this time, the Blade Master is using this time to go ahead and clear out much more difficult creep camps. All right, let's take a look. I believe the Renegade Wizard off over here was taken down earlier. Tauren Chieftain still sitting at level 2, trying to finish off these Enforcers, as we now are looking at the Demon Hunter perhaps trying to engage in from the north. Goblin Tinker now added in as well, as the Goblin Tinker Druids of the Talon now making their way back down to the south side here. All right, Life. What is he looking to do? Is he going to be able to creep jack here? You can see the Quill Beast has spotted all of these units, trying to just perhaps disrupt some of the healing, or as the Quill Beast taking a lot of damage right there. There's the ensnare, and, well, a little bit more experience has been given. All right, back across over here. Let's see where all of these units are going to be going. Spirit Walkers, Forest Troll Berserkers now making their way over here to the top left. Meanwhile, back down to the south, Demon Hunter going to go ahead and engage. Beastmaster sitting at level 1. Goblin Tinker sitting at level 1. As it is going to be a straight-up fight here. Raider, however, has been ensnared and big damage being absorbed, actually getting slowed down as well. But the Blade Master has broken the line. Shockwave now going through, damage being added there. There's the ensnare once more, as the Pocket Factory may end up taking a little bit of damage. Rock Golem Creep Camp, very difficult for the Night Elf to take out, as all of those Druids of the Talon are unable to attack those Rock Golems. All right, Pocket Factory, looks like it will get taken down at the hands of the Blade Master. Little bit of slow, no slow going down on the Blade Master, as the Blade Master able to get away. Back across here, no creeping going on. It looks like there is still a... No, that is not a red circle, as the units are now making their way back down to the south. Demon Hunter looking to engage. Let's see where all of these units are traveling to perhaps next. Druids of the Talon have a good amount of mana, and this is exactly what you want in order to fight with. Life is going to be trying to neutralize many of these units. Meanwhile, Spirit Link is going to be the key to mitigating much of that damage, in addition to those scrolls of healing. Blade Master may be trying to pick up some more items. Yes, picks up another scroll of healing as well, to mitigate much more of that damage once again. So far, though, the Druids of the Talon coming across here. Where are they going to be going next? Not really be able to go anywhere. And this is a rather strange map to be played on for a Night Elf player who does go mass dots, since many of these creep camps, well, are immune to magic. All right, there goes one Druid of the Talon already getting picked off, as the units are now continuing to fight. Speed Scroll now being used as well to try to counteract. Triple Forest Troll Berserkers, Shockwaves eating through the Druid of the Talon army. There's a big scroll of healing, but the Tauren Chieftain has done its damage already. All right, Mana Burn now neutralizing that Tauren Chieftain. Ensnares now going down. Druid of the Talon being forced to engage a little while longer. Goblin Tinker trying to fight back. Is the Pocket Factory going to get thrown down again? That's a big question, as you see another scroll of healing being used as well. Those scrolls of healing and Spirit Link, a definite impact on this game so far, as the Spirit Walkers are trying to fight back here. Another Pocket Factory now goes down as the units are now in retreat. Both sides have a lot to lose right now, but the Druids of the Talon looking like, you know what, I want to stick around in this fight. All right, there is an entangle. Are we going to see a Squirrel of Town portal used? Yes, we are. Could we finish off some of these raiders? One raider does get taken down. No Druids of the Talon taken down at the last, but the Goblin Tinker does get finished. All right, Clockwork Goblin just dies a bit once he gets a bit too far, as we now see where all of these units will be traveling to next. Goblin Tinker resurrects easily at level 1. Doesn't want to, or going for more Druids of the Talon instead. Interesting choice, as the Demon Hunter come across and tries to engage. There goes one Druid of the Talon getting finished off there. Forest Troll Berserker trying to get away as well. Druid of the Talon going to try and engage once more. And this was just an overzealous Demon Hunter hoping to catch his opponent creeping, and now the situation has completely reversed. Tauren Chieftain now coming back the other way. Demon Hunter going to continue to fight. Demon Hunter still fighting back once more, and I believe Life engaged at the wrong moment and is just going to get picked apart here. Did not realize the amount of Forest Troll Berserkers that are able to pick off unit after unit after unit, as the Raiders are going to get another ensnare again. Another Druid of the Talon going to bite the dust. That Raider, one more shot should do it. Is going to be able to finish it off. No, Cycloned back up, as the Blade Master may try and engage once more. All right, we may see a surround here. Druid of the Talon, Demon Hunter. All right, what's going to be happening? Units are going to try and engage. That one Raider is not going to... Well, that Raider should be able to come down and land. Quill Beast being dropped down again. Goblin Tinker still not back into the play yet, as the Blade Master and Raiders are all together once more. Fairy Fire onto the Raider. Raider now back in action again. Tauren Chieftain a little bit in trouble. It does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Demon Hunter down to 51-38 as it gets taken down. Beastmaster in serious trouble. Did not use the Staff of Preservation on the level 3 Demon Hunter, as the units all do need to retreat. Goblin Tinker back in action just in time to resurrect that Demon Hunter. Goblin Merchant Shop, Wisp hiding off over here. Nothing really to show. So far, though, the Beastmaster, Goblin Tinker, heroes just not in a good spot. Demon Hunter, Staff of Preservation back home to heal back up. Replenishment Potion, and now going to go ahead and teleport back over here, picking up some items, and perhaps, yes, taking that Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Blade Master is revealed. Damage now being added up. Mana burn there. All of a sudden, that Blade Master is in a bit of trouble, as it is revealed by that Hawk. That Hawk doing a lot of damage right there, just being able to spot that unit, as the Demon Hunter is now back in action, ready to go. Demon Hunter tries to mana burn the Tauren Chieftain, not in time. Blade Master currently up in the air. Forest Troll Berserkers are getting taken down, and this is actually a good spot for Life. Life has a decent line here in order to fight back, as there is a lot of invulnerable units currently out on the field. Goblin Tinker now gets taken down. Once again, only a level 1 hero, as we do see Spirit Walkers getting taken down. Staff of Preservation not gonna... Oh, be in time, as it just got off in time right there. Continuing this fight right now, those Clockwork Goblins really doing a bit of damage, as those peons are now looking to back off, and no one wants to stick around for that next fight, as the units are all now just retreating. I gotta believe that Life actually came out a little bit ahead right here, unless a Clockwork Goblin explodes and takes down that Spirit Walker. That would have been absolutely flat out hilarious, to lose a 3 supply unit due to a Clockwork Goblin just exploding because it got too far. Demon Hunter making its rounds, going after the Murloc Tide Runners here. We do see some Fairy Dragons out in play as well. 49 over 50 supply compared to 49 over 70. Peons working overtime once more, trying to regroup all of their units, as it looks as though the Tauren Chieftain should be able to heal back up many of these Spirit Walkers. Now, 48 over 50 right now. Are we going to get enough healing on the remainder of these Druids of the Talon? Are we going to get enough mana? That is the question. And the longer this game goes, I've got to believe the better it is for the Blade Master and Tauren Chieftain, just because they have the ability to actually creep out the remaining creep camps. The big creep camps left right here. The Granite Golems and Rock Golems in the corners, and also another Rock Golem, Mud Golem creep camp off to the north. Completely inaccessible, or very, very difficult for the Night Elf army. All right, we can see a hawk out in the air. Fairy Dragon's going to be brought over, and it is going to be a straight-up engagement. Blade Master going to be perhaps trying to pick up things here as the Demon Hunter. Is it going to just go after some of these important buildings? Pocket Factory could have been thrown down earlier. Druid of the Talon should really be going after those Orc Burrows, at least prevent them from being able to deal damage back to you, and you also get a bit of experience. Now, Raider is going to be coming across. There is some Fairy Fire now added back across over here. What is going to be going down? Yes, the Voodoo Lounge was an important target to take out as the Barracks show 58 over 70 supply. Blade Master not going to engage. Demon Hunter mana burns off the Tauren Chieftain. Shockwave hits very little units in the backfield as we see some disenchants go across. Demon Hunter trying to engage. Fairy Dragon right in the front. Are we going to perhaps see some more and more damage being added as you see mana flares going around? All right, Blade Master once again up in the air. Beastmaster in serious trouble. Staff of Preservation. Scroll of Town Portal is going to be used. Yes, it will. Forest Troll Berserker could get taken down. No, Scroll of Healing used in time. As, wow, Fly able to stay alive with some of his low hit points units for, I gotta believe, the third or fourth time. And as long as you're trading Scrolls of Town Portal for units, that means you are benefiting from experience. But if you can't get a unit kill at all, then, well, it looks like the Orc is just going to be able to heal back up all of that damage and then rinse and repeat. Easy access to mass healing with the Scrolls of Healing so far, and also those healing salves as a new Voodoo Lounge has been constructed. 50 over 50 compared to 58 over 70. It looks as though Life, knowing that he cannot go into low upkeep, otherwise he's not going to have the same amount of gold as his opponent, or less gold than his opponent, and his opponent already, however, has the larger army. What does that mean? It means that if the army can become a large enough advantage, say 10 to 15 plus in terms of size, it will offset that gold economic advantage that Life has been trying to maintain. All right, Pocket Factory should be thrown down here in just a moment. Raider, Quill Beast, here we go. Raiders and snares, and in comes the fight. Tauren Chieftain gets a shockwave and dealing a tremendous bit of damage once more. Mana burn on from the Demon Hunter has always been a day late now, as you see another shockwave go down. Basically 5 or 2 second difference, causing a tremendous amount of damage and forcing the usage of those Scrolls of Town Portal a little bit, or those Scrolls of Healing a little bit earlier. Yes, one Raider was lost in that exchange, but that was pretty much it. And you cannot be trading Potions of Lesser Invulnerability, Scrolls of Town Portals for one Raiders. On the flip side, you end up not getting that much experience for the amount of gold you are spending. Blade Master sits at level 4, does not have a Clarity Potion, still wandering around. Wisp still hiding across out over here, and this is just going from bad to worse. Life knows that he does not have a lot of options at this point. If it looks like he is just beating his head on a wall to try to get it to break, that's exactly what he can do, because he cannot go after these other creep camps, and he cannot easily do a tech exchange or a tech switch. Ancient of Winds do not produce that many more units unless you try to go for Hippogriff Riders, and perhaps that would be an interesting scenario. But we already have 5 Forest Troll Berserkers out for Fly, completely shutting down that particular strategy. Forest Troll Berserkers, very high damage indeed, 28 to 37 damage, average piercing damage. So that means that they are actually better than the archers in terms of damage per second. And, well, that makes them very, very difficult to deal with, as they're able to rangedly take on these Druids of the Talon. Druids of the Talon with only 600 range compared to 500. Not enough of a range difference to make those Forest Troll Berserkers, well, not useful. All right, let's see what's going to be happening next. We're closing up, or passing the 20-minute, 30-second mark now. It looks as though the main gold mines will be mined out here in just a moment. 30 seconds left. This gold mine or Great Hall will be completed in just a moment. Blade Master keeping tabs. Is he going to try and buy another item? There's another mana burn there, as the Blade Master is still testing the waters. All right, Beastmaster going to try and engage. Where are all of these units going to be going to? And what are they going to be doing in the long run? That is the big question. Tauren Chieftain now heading back off to the north. Raider is going to be getting in position. Raider's going to go ahead and try and ensnare. Demon Hunter going to go ahead and... Well, Demon Hunter going to get ensnared, but not force an engagement, as Fly knows, you know what? You did not clear out that creep camp yet. And with that, I know that you do not have an expansion. If you don't have an expansion, I'm going to make you come to me. And by the time you realize I have an expansion, well, maybe my economic advantage will be far too much. Life on life support so far, 4-3-2 going up against a 5-5. And, well, a significant army size advantage, 60 over 70 compared to 48 over 50, as the Tree of Eternity is now making the slow walk over. Yes, the Tree of Eternity can pick itself up and make its way over, but you're going to see the Blade Master keep track of this, know that the expansion is gone, and now figure out what's going to be happening. Tree of Eternity does do a good deal of damage, but it really cannot be by itself when trying to fight back against all of those units. All right, Raider's going to try and engage. Good wall, good line right here. Fairy Dragon, this is a semi-forced engagement here, making sure that you cannot set up an expansion easily. He does not need to full-on chase after these units. He just needs to buy himself time, and that's exactly what he's doing. Every second is 7 additional gold that, well, Fly will get and Life will not. Clockwork Goblins, Raiders, okay, ensnares now coming across. All right, a little bit of an engagement down over here. This Tree of Life, a Tree of Eternity, not able to do very much, as we now see another line engagement again. All right, it looks like Life knows that based upon how this game is being played, there is an expansion. Speed Scroll now being used, Potion of Lesser Invulnerabilities on both sides. Tauren Chieftain could get a Shockwave. Yes, does get a Shockwave down. Goblin Tinker about to get taken out. There it goes. Mana Burn onto the Tauren Chieftain. He needs to back off as the Demon Hunter now ensnared. Raider is going to go ahead and try and turn things back around, as the Demon Hunter is still in that front line position. Druids of the Talon using that range attack, able to get some damage in, even though on that medium armor. As you see, slowly but surely, the armies on both sides are starting to fall. Beastmaster could be in trouble, though, down to... Well, nope. And that will be it. Blade Master and Tauren Chieftain end up taking the game, as Life does give the GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.